Hey all, how you all doing? So I thought I'd just make a quick short video and just give an update on the state of things and what I'm up to. Um, right. So this year hasn't really been the best year for me. It's been really bad, and it's just been very tragic to say the least. And I haven't really had all the best news this year, and that really did affect me quite heavily to the point that I resigned from my previous role, and then I just took some extended time off to basically just get over things and just grieve from a deep personal loss or losses for that matter. Um, Yeah, this also involved having some extended time off overseas, and even after I got back, there was a lot of sitting on the couch, not doing anything, just letting the time go, and then eating all these extremely unhealthy uh, comfort foods, and just on that. So I was just there was a lot of that, and there was a lot of just self doubt and hatred for my own self. Um, yeah, um, it's I can't exactly reveal what was happening, but it was just it's been a really tough time for me. It's not been the best year for me. So, but obviously things are a bit better now, and which is why I can actually do all this. Um, So yeah, I pretty much spent. I know that I spent the month of May and then June and some like the first week of July, pretty much not leaving my home at all and just staying in and not just wanting to get out anywhere and see anyone or anything like that. So, but yeah, as of second week of July, things started to get a bit better, and obviously I started. I mean, I started applying for new roles and things like that, and more importantly, I also started doing things that make me happy, and that is what I wanted to share a little bit about. For those of you who've been following me or are connected to me on LinkedIn, you would know that I've been working on this app called the file share app on GitHub, and yeah, so it's a proper file sharing app, and that like it's a web app. It's just a website for that matter, and you can only I've named it file sharing, but it's really document sharing. So you can only share documents. So what you can do is you can log in. You can either create an account on the site, or you can actually log in with your Google credentials, and then what you can do, you can upload documents. So it could be like a PDF, a TXT, or an XML, or documents. That's the only sort of file they can upload. You can't upload any like large image files or video files as of now. And I don't intend to add that into this app either. So my long-term goal for this particular app is to modify, just make it a specialized document sharing app, only documents, um, and mostly PDF or Word files and that sort of stuff. Um, but yeah, so that's you can. So I've been working on that, and as of last week or maybe a week or two ago, it got to a point where I've actually pointed one of my existing domains uh, to this to this app, and then, so what I've done is I've hosted this app in I've deployed this app in AWS, Elastic Beanstalk, and what I've done is I've created a hosted zone, and then I've updated my the name server my DN or my domain name to actually point to Route 53, and then in Route 53 I've created a few CNAME records that point to point to the relevant AWS services that can help serve this file, and they can also help serve this serve this file sharing app securely. So I've created another list on the load balancer such that it can actually serve this file sharing app via HTTPS. And yes, I knew that that's the only way I could get Google login, Google Auth2 login to work with this app. Um, so there's a lot of that, and in addition to that, I also added JWT token to it, like JWT basic JSON Web Token based security, and you can see all of this. You can see all the source code. It's all on GitHub. It's open source, and you can have a go at it. You can clone it, fork it, whatever you see fit, and you can just have a go at it and see what I've done. And I'll also be sharing a link to the URL of this site in the description of this video, so you can check it out. You can check that out too, and you can try logging in and then just see whether or not you can upload a file. Or you don't need to create an account. I mean, if you want to, that's great, but you could just use your Google login, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, this is like a really raw early version of this site. I mean, it's not meant to be, it's not meant for public use at this stage. I'm really just sharing this, and yeah, it's really, because it's not a full-on product at this stage. It's just got it's just that all the moving parts are now together and they are working. And in terms of the repository and the code quality is concerned, well, so from when I first started it to what it is now, it's obviously grown quite a bit, and I kept adding features as I went along. And so the code quality, well, it could be a lot better, and I'm working on it now. So in the last week or so, what I've done is I've actually added end-to-end UI testing with Cypress, and just as of today or the last couple of days, I've updated the unit test coverage for the controllers for the Java code. So I've added tests for the controller layer and the services layer. So and I'm using mocking with Mockito. So for those of you who are Java engineers, you probably know what I'm talking about. And in terms of the overall architecture of the system is concerned, I've actually created a system design diagram for what this is like. So it's a high-level diagram of where the app and where the services sit, and what AWS resources does it use, and how does it work? How does it do what it does? And yeah, so it's been a lot of fun, and this is something that's actually helped me get things off my mind. There's a lot on my mind right now, and this helped me heaps to get everything off my mind. What also helped is obviously interviewing at different organizations and all that. That definitely helped, and especially startups. It's really fascinating interviewing with a startup. So it was a different story back in the day, but now that I've actually worked at a bank for the last 3 years, interviewing at a startup is a completely different experience, because obviously everyone interviewing me has a very different lens. Mostly the technical people that are interviewing me, they have a very different way of looking at things, and they're like, well, you're a bank employee, so you're used to working slow and blah blah blah. It's cute how they make that assumption, because yeah, my the previous team that I was a part of in one of the big banks in Australia, that was anything but slow. It was pretty intense, to be honest. And I think that's just how most bank roles go. The more senior you are, the harder it gets, and it's no longer a walk in the park. Yes, I give you that you given the bank is a large organization, it's a large corporate, you are very specialized into a certain into this particular stream, and in my case it was very much on API and API security. But that doesn't change the fact that I spent the 12 years prior to working at the bank as full stack. So that's fine. That's okay. It's just interviewing with startups and looking at their reactions is cute. Yeah. Anyway, so have a look at all this. Have a look at my repository, and then yeah, feel free to let me know if you've got any sort of comments, or if you've got any suggestions of how I can improve it. Or you know what, mate? What would be really really better is like if you if you like it enough, fork the repository, make whatever change you need to make, and then create a pull request, and I'll be happy to merge it. So that's all good. So I've actually added the guidelines for creating a PR and all of that on that GitHub repository, and there exists some really good documentation there. I think it's good. I mean, if you think otherwise, please let me know and I can improve it. Um, yeah, so check it out. It's been 2024 has not been the best year for me so far, and I'm not sure if it'll get better. But the thing is, I'm going to focus and I'm going to choose to do things that make me happy. And one of those things just happened to be coding. I love this. So as of the last month, I've also started going to the gym because I actually stopped the gym for like almost 3 months. But as of last month, I've started going to the gym and trying to lose some of that weight that I gained. Actually, now that I'm talking about this, I'm not entirely sure if I ate all that comfort food, all those cakes and all those ice creams and all those sweets, and if I ate that because I was dealing with grief or because I wanted to, because I always wanted to. I think maybe the answer is because I always wanted to. But anyway, this is how it is. So thank you all for watching this, and until next time, I wish you well, live long and prosper.